Irving's shot is good.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
The Pistons have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And he drives in. Here's Cunningham. Stewart trying to get open. The Pistons keeping it alive. A new 14. Detroit, no good that time either.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. You're not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Lee. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Here's the great. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now, here's Cunningham. Not a lot of room. No good there with the step-back J.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's the great. And he can't bank that one in. Pistons trail by 8 to the paint. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Grant.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant. Moving the ball to the wide-open man and getting an assist out of it.
What I really love about Jeremy Grant is his work ethic. He's really put in time to improve his scoring.
Specifically, his jump shot. For a while, he didn't have a consistent 3-ball. Now, you got to at least honor it.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. He takes it in. And it's off the back rim. No good. Brooklyn leading by 8. Here's the great. A 26-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
The Pistons shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
And not only what they did in making them, but what they did to get to the line. I mean, they were constantly in attack mode, driving the lane and drawing fouls.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Now here's Hayes, guarded by Harden. Ball's knocked loose. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Knocked loose. So it's Brooklyn now. Here's the great. It's tipped. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Now here's Joseph, covered by Mills. Left side Joseph. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's the great. Olynyk is covering. It's Harden with the drive. Aldridge trying to break free. The shot's good. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Brooklyn.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here's Jackson. James Harden picking up that last basket. Jackson passes to Lyles. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Hey, major props to Josh Jackson. Made an intelligent play there. Has a good feel for when his guys have a clean look.
The great, and the shot goes down. The great's got 12.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the dunk by Lyle.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Mills passes to Aldridge. Down low, here's the great. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now, here's Joseph. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
When Aldridge is in the neighborhood, you've got to be careful shooting it. I mean, proving there that he's capable of blocking shots.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Hayes. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Just 3 to shoot. It's blocked.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we'll be right back after this. And plenty of scoring on this team, but Kyrie Irving knows he's always got the green light.
Coach just wants me to be aggressive, you know, to set the tone early in the game, and you know that kind of sets up all my teammates and sets the standard for the rest of the game.
Agreed. And for an NBA defense, few more scary, Greg, than Kyrie Irving with his foot on the gas.
Yeah, because he doesn't just score on you. When he gets in that mode, Irving can make you look silly.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Hill's out there with Harden. And there's the great. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the great in the last outing against the Hornets was tremendous. He picked up 26 points and throughout the game took smart, efficient shots that found the bottom of the net. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. And Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Mills passes to the great. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. The great's got 6 here in this quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Some super teams come together, Clark, on paper, and they look like sure things for the finals. But just how important are the other things, the intangibles?
Yeah, I think the intangibles, Kevin, are the most important things. When you talk about chemistry, trust, connectedness, those things just don't happen because you have great talent in 3 or 4 players. You have to have a team that's committed to one another and that trusts one another, and it takes time to build that into a championship caliber unit. So those intangibles are really important if you're going to win a championship.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
He gets it in there.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Irving passes to Claxton. Here's the great, covered by Lee.
Oh.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Grant trying to break free. The rebound by the great.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
At the teardrop, Cunningham's shot is off.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Harris passes to Irving. And Grant sends it back.
Well, he's an incredible athlete. You can just see that, using his vertical and his reach on the defensive end. Outstanding block.
Let's go, let's go.
Brooklyn with the ball. 5 on the clock. Here's the great. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And you can see why Cunningham elicits comparisons to Luka Doncic. Can control the pace of the game, very high basketball IQ, and shows a maturity beyond his years.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Bay. He's guarded closely. Here's Cunningham. Here's Grant. Rebound, Brooklyn. The greats got rebound number 5 here tonight. And also, like Doncic, Cunningham can put the offense on his back and carry.
He can put up 50-plus numerous times in his career because he has deep range, can break down defenders off the dribble, and if you run 2 at him, he will immediately find the open man.
1:14 left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Cunningham, guarded by Harris. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got his 3rd basket of the night.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
And the Nets decide to take their first timeout here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Vincent's checked in. Aldridge comes in for the great. Brown is checked in for DeAndre Bembry. And it's James Harden in for Harris. And then for Detroit, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Stewart. Jackson comes in for Cunningham. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Saban Lee. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Tell you what, I could watch this move and this movie all night long. Irving doing a nice job getting his team quality shots.
Now Joseph still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
That free throw good from Harden.
You know, right after making the finals in 2012 with OKC, James Harden was traded to the Rockets and transforming from 6th Man of the Year to MVP and blossoming into a megastar in the NBA.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. That shot wide open. Joseph's got himself. Going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You know, once a weakness in his game, Corey Joseph has worked extremely hard on his outside shot. And like I say all the time, the proof is in the pudding.
And so it's Brooklyn controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from the great.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court for the Pistons, Cunningham and Bay share the wing duty. Jeremy Grant is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Lee in at the 1.
Harris.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Into the lane. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
A tremendous Mobile One block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch onto. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
That one goes. Count it.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Power down with both hands.
Oh, what a find. Harden's passing skill. Incredible. James did win an assist title, you know.
Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Inside, Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Irving with it, now defended by Grant. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Harris, good.
Really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, you know, these shots will only help him get better.
And here's Cunningham. 8 points for him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on James Harden. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for Detroit, Olynyk, he's checked in for Stewart. Lyle comes in for Jeremy Grant. And Josh Jackson subbed in for Bay. And there's the drive. Here's Millsap. And he banks in the layup.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Cunningham. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Harden.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
That one finds the mark on target from the great.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Steps back and fires. Here's Wiles. Got a piece of it. Lee against Irving. To the middle. Here's the great. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. 30 points for the great.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
1:57 left to play in the third. Lee outside. And the pass to Jackson. To the inside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Passes to the great. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. 32 points for the great.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
There's another block.
And each block moves him within striking distance of the record.
And GA, the fans get excited when the shot goes up on the prospect. He might block it. Only the top spot remains in the blocks record books.
The record for blocks in a single year is owned by Mark Eaton. He had 456 back in 1985. If players keep challenging him with the ball, he could have a good look at that one.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lee outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. Pass to Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Now, when he's got the position he wants inside, he's committed to throwing it down. And Millsap, he's got a nice vertical on him, too.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Teardrop shot. Here's Olynyk. The rebound by the great. The great's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. On the wing, Harris. Pass to the great. And he uses the glass on the layup. That's 36 points for the great.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Nets out in front, running away with it. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy.
The greats checked in for Brown. Thomas comes in for James Harden. And it's Carter. In for Patty Mills. Detroit also making some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. Cunningham comes in for Joseph. And Lee's subbed in for Hayes. Free throw good, Thomas. And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league, but who was the toughest matchup for you when you played?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. Don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position.
The great out there at Denver. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then it's Thomas. And it's Carter in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. That free throw good from Thomas. So for the Pistons, Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Jackson. Diallo comes in for Cunningham. And Rodney McGruder's subbed in for Lee. And both free throws good for Thomas. Here's Diallo.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
And in this era of great parity, boy, it takes a lot to sweep an opponent in 4 straight games, but that's exactly how they finished off their season series here tonight against the Pistons. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was.
For the great.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in, and if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
4 on the shot clock. Goes up to the stripe, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Next ball. Now into the lineup for your next. Patrick.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're ahead by 46. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, the Great.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, he'll be looking to stay in peak form as long as he can. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to... really pour it on. It was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
of the NBA.
All right, here's one to get you started. Who was the only team to earn a sweep in the first round of this year's NBA playoffs?
Was it the Bucks, the Celtics, the Suns, or the Warriors?
Here's a tip. If you answered LD2K's most disliked team in the NBA, then here's some free VC.
If you don't get this one right, I'm going to be disappointed in you.
It's always happening in Brooklyn. Before we get...
Brian as the...
Very interesting, Allie. Good stuff there. Thank you. Here's the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis and Portis are in the middle. Holiday and DiVincenzo man the backcourt. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Irving runs point with Harden to his side. Then it's DeAndre Bembry, and it's Pinson in at the center, filling out the middle. And these teams both extremely talented up front. Brett, in your estimation, have the days of the bruising, paint-oriented front court come and gone?
Yeah, I think so, B.A. I think we're looking at the game the way that it should be played. It's a game of movement. It's a game of pace. It's a game of spacing. And right now you're looking for guys who have versatility. And I don't know when we're going to go back to that rock'em sock'em post-up style play.
Now here's Holiday. Middleton outside. Sinks it from distance.
Well, he's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
Pass to Pinson, and here's Harden. Outside Irving. It's hauled in by Portis. And we're about a minute into the first. Outside, DiVincenzo. And here's Middleton. 9 points in his last outing. Goes up on the baseline. And it's Irving with a rebound.
I'll tell you, man, Irving can do many things for your ball club. But at the top of the list, he's a tremendous shooter with great range and great confidence.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Holiday following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Offensive rebound. And another shot. 5 on the clock. That one no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. You know, if you were to hand select a player to take the last shot for you, no one would bat an eye if you chose Kyrie Irving.
Ever since his shot over Steph Curry in 2016, Irving's been a legend. And some of it's his mental approach. People say he marches to the beat of a different drum. That may help him in those big moments.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Inside, Harden. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 for 5 to start today's game. There's another block.
Each block moves him within striking distance of the record.
Hey, and the fans get excited when a shot goes up on the prospect that he might block it. Only the top spot remains in the blocks record books. To the inside, DiVincenzo with the steal. Antetokounmpo outside. Holiday passes to Antetokounmpo. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Antetokounmpo has got his second bucket on the night.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding of how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Down low, the great. Soft touch off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Middleton. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. Harden with the defensive effort. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting so far. Pass to the great. Harden against Holiday. Here's Pinson. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, the focus of the defense. I mean, James Harden was able to use that attention and turn it into a hoop for someone else.
To to the middle. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Harden. He's got 5. Got it. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
Few guards in the league can carve out space on the interior the way Harden does.
1:44 left in the first quarter of the game. And the Bucks call time here. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, and they didn't get, like, blown out in that game, but it felt deflating, and it felt like they got crushed. They could not get anything going, no matter who they had out on the court.
Brooklyn making some changes. Aldridge is checked in for Pinson. Harris comes in for Bembry. And it's Mills in for James Harden. Now here's Green. 9 points in his last outing. Here's Hill. Here's Nora. Brooklyn with the board. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if their last game was a basketball game or a wrestling match, the way they went about it. Just so physical and dominated there.
Here's Mills. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Yep, count it.
Becoming more and more complete on the offensive end. Mills shows he can shoot it off the bounce, keeping the defender honest.
The Bucks trail. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. Allen pass to Hill. 4 on the clock. 4-3. Aldridge pulls down the board.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Here's the great. 38 points for him last game against Detroit.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
Milwaukee has gone 1 for 2 from beyond the arc in this first quarter. Here's Hill. And there's the drive. The layup off target. Here's the great. Aldridge up top. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Substitutions for the Knicks. Nicholas Claxton, Bruce Brown.
5 ticks left in the opening quarter. Here's the great. No good with a layup. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And the Greek Freak says he's feeling comfortable offensively.
basketball right now really well. We run plays